shopping for me is a distraction, and I do sometimes I feel like I bamboozle myself sometimes. Like, I put myself in these situations where I'm stressed out and I don't know why I do it. So hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. I did a lot of handbag fails this year, guys, and I wanted to take you through all the problems I had, and maybe you'll learn from my mistakes. I don't know, guys, but sometimes I feel like I don't even learn from my own mistakes. So yeah, there was a lot of handbag drama this year. I feel like I created it from myself, and even this morning when I woke up, I was like, oh gosh, I really want to buy that bag. I have so many bags on my mind all the time, and I'm just like, I need to buy it now. I always have this urgency to buy a bag, and I'm gonna just let you guys know that, like, having that urgency to buy a bag is not always the best thing when you want to make the right decision, because anything, like, I guess, decision made in an urgent way, you know, you are more likely to make the wrong decision. So I feel like with bags, I really don't slow down enough, and I really just, like, if I see a deal, I grab it. You know, it's a really rare bag I haven't seen in a while, I'll grab it, and it just ends up being emotionally exhausting. So anyway, I'm hoping next year I will probably still buy bags. I'm not gonna lie, guys, even though I have 5,000 bags right now, I will probably still buy bags, but I want to be a little bit slower about it and maybe say no to some deals that I see, because really, you know, sometimes because something's a deal doesn't mean you need to buy it. So firstly, guys, I bought a mini Speedy HL from Luke's at Ford for what I thought was a pretty good deal. It was 750 Australian dollars. Now, the problem with this bag is that the sides were very deeply discolored, which is pretty common for this style of bag. And I guess, you know, the reason why I spent $750 on a whim is because I really love the mini Speedy, and I have owned the multicolor one a few times, and I've ended up selling it because I just never reached for it. You know, during the past few weeks, I realized I really enjoy bigger bags. So the mini Speedy for me, it's probably something that, again, similar to my mini pochettes, it just sits there on the shelf. I feel like at the moment I really like strong and like powerful bags, and I don't know, maybe it's just how I'm feeling emotionally. Like, I want a bag that makes me feel empowered, and I feel like the mini Speedy, it's a very, like, you know, it's a very, like, innocent little bag, and there's nothing wrong with that. The main problem with this particular piece is that the discoloration was, I guess, so significant that it almost overshadowed the cuteness of the bag. And I would have had to have, like, I guess, I had a few really cute suggestions, like strass the whole bag out with crystals would have been amazing, or Winnie B LV suggested I paint over it with the white paint, which would just make it look a lot more fresh. But I ultimately decided to return it and just get my money back. So I would say that was a bit of a fail. I also bought a Chanel bag on eBay this year, which ended up being a fail. I was on the hunt for a reissue bag. I have a mini reissue in green, which I absolutely love, and I either wanted like a bigger size reissue or like another mini one, because I know around that time of the year they were going to release the rose gold mini 2.55, which I love the rose gold one, but I don't know, guys, I didn't want to pay $6,000, which is how much it is. So I went on the pre-love market. I was looking at a few reissue bags, and I came across this one on eBay, which was a double flap 224 size, which I thought was really cute. It was this amazing metallic silver. I think I paid about 3,500 Australian for it, which is a lot less than the retail. And I liked the fact that it was a double flap. Now, when I got this bag and I opened it, I absolutely loved it. I loved the feel of the chains, the hardware. It had a real substantial feel to it, maybe because it was older, I don't know. But unfortunately, there was a few like places which had missing stitches, and there was this whole line at the back that was unstitched, and it just had all these little holes in the bag. So the seller did not describe the bag properly. They said that it was like, I think they said it was like 9 out of 10 condition or something, or excellent condition. And when there's like rows of stitches missing, it's not excellent condition. This is something that's actually pretty hard to repair. You'd have to take it to Chanel, and it would probably take a long time, and it'd probably be pretty expensive actually. I don't mind it when pre-love bags have the pop stitch when you open the flap. So what's an example? I need a double flap bag. So basically, you'll find that with the double flap bags, there is a stitch here which often pops, and you'll find a lot of pre-loved bags have that problem. But if you can get it for a good deal, it's not that bad. That repair, that costs about 40 Australian dollars to get that repaired. But if it's like a whole row of stitches missing, I would just rather not go through that stress of fixing that. So that was a fail. I ended up sending it back to the seller because I explained that, you know, it wasn't described properly, and I did get my money back. But a bit of a fail there. Actually, something I haven't told you guys about, I actually bought a Toolbox 20, an Hermes Toolbox 20 in a blue. It was in an Evercolor leather. I'm not sure exactly what blue it was, but I'll put up a picture. I ended up buying this from a seller on Facebook for, I think it was 4,600 or 4,500. It could have been 4,000. I think it was 4,500 Australian dollars, which to be honest is a very good deal for the toolbox, which is probably why I bought it. Now, when I got it home, I tried it on. I thought it was really, like, I thought, wow, I just got such a good deal. It being a really bright blue, it's not the easiest color to style, and for my own like coloring, like having brown eyes and brown hair and just wearing a lot of pink and red lipstick and even painting my nails red, I feel like I actually find it easier to style like dark red and pink bags as opposed to blue tones. And if I'm going to go for a blue, I tend to go for like a dark blue, like a navy. This particular blue, it just didn't really go with anything, for one thing, which I didn't mind because I thought the color was beautiful. I thought, oh, you know, I can deal with it. I can try style it. But the shape in itself was also a little bit weird. And, you know, the fact that I didn't love it that much and I spent $4,500, you know, that is Chanel money there. I had the mini bolide, which ended up being a bit of a fail. I just found that bag, it was so expensive for what it was, and it was, you know, exceptional quality. I ended up selling a few pieces to obtain that bag. So I actually went to a consignment store and I traded in a few items and they gave me that bag. So I think I did end up getting it for a few thousand less than retail. Ended up getting back for that bag about $5,400. Yeah. Anyway, and I ended up putting that money towards my Coco handle. So this little baby, because I just missed, I had a blue Coco handle and I sold it, and then I got this basically, and yeah, I think this is a bit cuter than the mini bully. They're completely different bags, but sometimes I just think for the money, what would I rather get? I think blue really suits some people, like especially if you have blue eyes. I think like blue bags will really look good on you. Like if you're someone like Jessie Lou, I don't know if you guys watch her channel, but she has a beautiful blue Tiffany blue classic flap that looks amazing on her because it suits her coloring and it really brings out her blue eyes. Even my partner, he has blue eyes, and when he wears like shades of blue, I think it really suits him. But for me, I feel like I don't look good in blue as much as other people. So maybe that's why the blue bags weren't working out. Also bought 2 Chanel lambskin vintage bags this year. One was this beautiful chocolate brown color, and the other one was this really cute like beige, and it was a camera bag. Now the problem with these bags is that they were the really soft lambskin, which I tend to prefer like the thicker lambskin. So I absolutely love my Duma backpack, which is a really substantial thick lambskin. And I also have like this little mini vintage bag, which I like the feel of this lambskin as well. It's just, I don't know, it's a different texture, but the lambskin on the chocolate brown classic flap was extremely soft. I loved the gold tone hardware. It did happen to have like a giant scuff on the side and even some scuffs on the corners, which even leather conditioner can't really save that, to be honest. I didn't try, but I could tell by the feel of the lambskin, it was just too delicate. And given that I already have another like 4 double flap classic flaps, I decided I didn't really need that one. It was probably the least nice one in my collection. You know, I've got a pink, I've got a yellow, I've got a tan, I've got like an orangey red color somewhere up here. So I just decided to let that go. It was just a bag. Again, it was a really good deal when I got it, but I just didn't need to spend the money. I think I got it for $3,000, but you know, it's still $3,000, you know. I would just rather have $3,000, you know, than a bag that is not as nice as some of the other things I already have. And also the problem with that is it means I'm not going to be wearing my other bags as much. So And the beige one, well, that one was, again, it was quite a delicate lambskin, and I found that because it was that light beige color, it kind of looked a little bit dirty. It wasn't, but I think it was just the texture of that lambskin and the sagginess of it. I just didn't think it was the nicest bag in my collection. So again, great deal. I think I got it for 2,000 Australian dollars, but I just didn't need it. I just have a lot of bags basically, and sometimes I just buy bags that are not as nice because they're a good deal, but then I'm like, oh, why did I need that? I didn't really need to buy that. And so like going forward, buying pre-loved bags, I'm not going to buy every deal I see. Like, there has been some wins. I have a little patent bag, which was a really good deal, which is not something I was particularly looking for, but it ended up being a great bag. A few little wins, but you know, not every deal is necessarily going to be worth getting for me. So that's something I have to focus on, like, what do I want to find pre-loved, and really focus in on that and not get distracted, basically. I've actually had way more fails than that, but I think I'll wrap up the video now because I'm starting to feel like, am I crazy? Oh, maybe I'll end it with one last one, which was my Prada crystal bag. Now, I bought this, I really liked it, I thought it was amazing, the birds in the window loved it. I ended up selling it because I just, like, would rather buy, like, put the money towards a Chanel bag or a pre-loved Louis Vuitton bag. That's literally the only reason why I sold it. And also, it was, like, I never reached for it. Within the few weeks that I had it, it just never went with my outfits. Like, even with what I'm wearing today, it just would not go with this style. Like, and I don't know, I just couldn't style it properly. Like, I feel like I usually dress, like, a bit grandma, or, like, a little bit, like today I feel like I'm dressing like a little bit classy, which I feel like Chanel goes with this style, but also Louis Vuitton could go with this style as well, but then the Prada crystal just didn't go. I could feel like it was a bit more like R&B style almost, or like street style, which I'm not actually really that street style now that I think about it. So yeah, it just didn't go with anything. I do sometimes dress a bit like edgy, but even then I just feel like Chanel goes better with that. So I don't know, guys, that just didn't work out either, and I did lose money selling that. So that was a fail as well. So anyway, guys, I hope you learned from some of my mistakes. I don't even really know if I learned from my mistakes, but I know going forward, I'm not going to be tempted to buy every single deal I see, and I really need to reflect and look at the bags I already have in my collection, and you know, maybe I don't need to buy it too much more as it is, and you know, not give in to that urge, because a lot of the time I shop based on my emotions. The world has gone through a lot of crap, you know, all the time. I don't know what next year's gonna be like for me, to be honest, guys. I have a lot of like concerns, like in terms of a lot of things, and I'm sure we all do, but I kind of like distracting myself from shopping instead of, like, you know, accepting what's going on. I often, you know, shopping for me is a distraction, and I do sometimes I feel like I bamboozle myself sometimes. Like, I put myself in these situations where I'm stressed out and I don't know why I do it. So yeah, I'm going to try and be a little bit nicer to myself next year and really focus in on like what I really want. And there's definitely bags that I want, guys, but I'm not going to get too distracted and buy like silly things that were just like a really good deal. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!